facet of him. He played Haruka in the first game, and now then he switched to Lanny. It looks like we're going to get a Haruka matchup between the two of them. I would almost tend to say that the Lanny was a response to the aggression of Distortion. So we now have Phi on Haruka and on the red side, and we have Jump on the blue side on Haruka. Exclamation point red. Don't forget to vote every game. And you can win Jays if you have your PC account linked to your Twitch account. You will win Jays for correctly predicting. How do you see this matchup kind of panning out, seeing both players on the current form that they're in? 20 points there goes to Phyrexius.
Yeah, this one is on a normal day. I would say it would be pretty close. Today I'm gonna say that Phyrexius takes a 3-0 or 3-1. It's gonna be pretty handily. Just based on the way I've seen Jump play today, and the fact that I know that he's not feeling very well.
Yep.
I think it's gonna be pretty convincingly to Phyrexius today. But like I said, you can't be on top every day. I really hope that Jump has something to get back in. And just try to make the most out of it. But I doubt it.
As we see Phi take a convincing 58-0 first set as he completes the jam on Jump. I tend to agree. Phyrexius has been playing almost what feels like another level from where he even is normally, especially seeing that he did defeat Timpa, who I know Timpa might not be playing quite as much as before, but he's still a fantastic player. And Phyrexius has been playing a lot and playing very well. As we see 7-7 now as Jump is moving up to the front court to play aggressively against Phyrexius. Something that
I don't think Phyrexius had to slide there. Phyrexius could have done a good comeback there if he hadn't slid, I think.
As we see 19 points there go to Jump. 26-7 as he looks for a response set to send it to 3. Especially, and as you played Phyrexius in quite a lot of games yesterday in totality, I see exactly what you're saying. He's playing on a very, very, very high level, almost as high as I've ever seen him be playing in tournament play and in general. Both players on juice. Skimming filth from Phyrexius just squeaks by Jump. That was incredible placement, whether he meant to or not. That's exactly what he needed to do. As he's throwing these skimmers that most times you would set up for a filth by just going a little off the corner, but those ones are going pretty much directly into the corner. As it's now 37-33, as Phi has come back in this set and taken it, or not taken it quite yet. I'm sorry, he has hit 49-33. Can Jump take this set and set the 49 curse on Phi? He cannot. 61-33. Phyrexius takes game 1.
Yeah. This is about what I am expecting in these matches. Jump being there, but not quite there. Jump has done and will do better matches against Phyrexius.
Yes. I'm quite surprised knowing that Jump plays a lot of Gator, that he hasn't decided that he's gonna go with Gator for the tournament. But nonetheless, his Haruka is also pretty good. We do also wish him well, as you're saying that he's not feeling quite up to it health-wise, as that can affect your play quite a bit if you're feeling ill. And I know that he'll be back playing at a super high level as he gets healthier and as the tournaments progress. As he's now up 37-0 against Phyrexius in this set, as he takes that on a knuckleball one-hopper, as Phi catches the super throws. Phyrexius using the spiral super though, and scores 9 points of his own, looking to creep closer and closer the Jump score as it's 37-15 now on a quick 6 for Phyrexius. Both players more or less like to play down the line wall rides, and then they like to try and fool each other by throwing it to the other side and forcing the other to slide or more or less try to predict for it. As Jump is now on playing aggressively, but
Jump would have had a set there if he would have just stuffed it.
Yeah.
So that was like, generally you don't stuff it in, like it didn't matter now because he took the set, but when your opponent is so far back and you're up at the net with their disc,
yeah,
you could just stuff it for, yeah.
As we see Phi doing a quick curve off of the short hop from Jump. He did that quite a bit to you yesterday.
Yeah.
I thought that was a very efficient way to deal with short hops, is just getting aggressive and throwing quick curve. And he also did that against me when we played a couple of times on ladder last night. As he now has the 27-0 lead in this set, as he's making a strong response to Jump taking that last set. He slides, throws the wall ride. Jump does throw blue-black, so both players back to building up juice. As Phi also getting a little aggressive, slides, throws a nice filth shot, forcing Jump to slide and get off of his perfects. As now we look for both players to build up their juices, but Phyrexius on that knuckleball shot from mid-court does take it 43-0 now in favor of him, as he is now on jam point for him. This will be his second jam of the match if he gets it. And he does on that short hopper, 53-0. He takes set 2. So in this third set, it's certainly important for Jump to win this because he needs to even the score up. It's also equally as important for Phi to secure and be one game away from moving on in a 3-0 fashion, really putting almost a little bit of a dent into Jump's confidence of thinking if he can actually pull this off and defeat Phi. It's much easier to play from a best of 3 from 1-1 than to play and have to go for a reverse sweep. As we see Jump in the lead, 13-9. Wall ride from Phyrexius forces Jump to side. He front lobs. Phi jumps, keeps his perfects, keeps his juice, but he is then forced to slide there. His Jump is now on juice, and Phi is still throwing blues. Phi needs to get back to throwing perfects, which he does right there on the short hop. Takes the 22-point rally, 31-13. Very good resilience from Phi. Many times when you're forced to jump on Haruka, it does end pretty badly. But in a Haruka versus Haruka matchup, sometimes sliding around and backlobbing isn't necessarily the best thing in that matchup because Haruka's so fast you can just get to backlobs and get supers at that point.
Yeah.
Would you
and
agree?
Also being able to, like, if you're at that disadvantage, being able to keep yourself in the game and wait for that mistake that your opponent will do. On a high level, it's not that common to make a mistake, but Jump definitely made a mistake there by simply probably a missed input where the disc just bounced off of 6-7 walls.
Yeah.
It's really easy to just meet up the disc and throw it from the middle where it will be the most effective.
Yeah. As we see both players on juice. Phi with that one hop filth shot off the wall. Jump expecting it to hit the corner. It does not. Unfortunately, 52-40. Phyrexius takes game 2 and is now one game away. We are seeing Jump getting back into a little bit of form, and he's taking sets. He's getting a lot of points, forcing these sets to go into the 40s for both players, and not just letting Phi jam him constantly. Even though we've seen 2 jams so far. 12-0. Phi takes the first points on the wall on a quick curve down the line. If this ends with Jump going into the losers bracket, I definitely think he'll get better as he keeps playing.
Absolutely.
He gets warmed up, because I don't know how much time he spent warming up before the tournament at all. So if he can peak and get hot and get warm at the right time, as we see a spiral super from Jump gets set back by Phyrexius as another spiral super, and it bonks Jump as he got caught looking the other way. And the dishes bounce right off the back of his body. 24-21 in favor of Jump right now. We're starting to see closer and closer sets as Jump is making less and less mistakes and forcing Phyrexius to jump around, and we see Phi not getting the pop-up. Slight possible positioning error there, as it's now 36-21 in favor of Jump, as both players sending wall rides back and forth, returning this right back to its sender, and Phi gets 11 points, now 36-32. And we got 12 points for Phyrexius as he juiced one hopper into around the hash mark, as he's now has advantage and has jam point, but Jump does not quite have jam point, and Phyrexius does get a 12-point rally, 56-36. Wall ride coming out from Juice, post shot from Phyrexius, Jump unable to get there, 10 points goes to Phyrexius.
Jump is gonna have to do something really incredible now to be able to take this match, and he's gonna be able to do something incredible if he's gonna turn around everything and take the whole series, because right now it's convincingly looking to be Phyrexius that will go to the grand finals.
How we haven't seen Jump take too many sets, but he has taken but he did take one in the second game. Second game, that makes me think that there is still a chance he can at least take this set here and force the set 3. And if he does win this game, I don't see why he couldn't keep clawing, and even if it's 3 set matches after 3 set matches, even forcing a game 5. But I would be more inclined to think at this point, at 43-15, as Phi throws the shot down the line for points, that Phyrexius will most likely take it here.
Yeah.
And Jump will go down and will go to the losers. Will end up in the losers final against the person who makes it out of the lower bracket.
Yeah. Also, hello Dop. I saw you running there in chat. Nice to have you here watching the stream.
As we have Phyrexius taking the 3-0, 54-28 on a juiced spiral return. And hello Dop, and hello Index, and everyone else in chat, and Particle Man as well. GG's.
Yep, GG's.